Okay, got a light bar going on a 2000 Excursion. So, put it up here to fit. And in reality, it'll only fit in one place because of the angle, the size here, and where it fits. And eventually, this way, the gap is too far. This way, it's not enough. So eventually, you'll find the right spot by pulling this weather stripping back and lining it up in there, and you'll see that it becomes that side to this side. Eventually we found out it fit about right there. So go ahead and we'll take it down. And now I already drilled that side holes. This side I'm going to drill the holes so we could put this bracket on this side right here. This is a template, it tells you where to put the holes. There's one. Now you gotta go through the second wall here. So I'm gonna put my self-tapper in there. I just gave it a pilot hole first, even though it's a self-tapper, because there's two walls and it doesn't go through very easily. So I'm gonna start this one here. It's one wall. Now I gotta go through the second wall here. Just like that. There we go, and that's loose. I don't want to go too tight yet because I want to drill the other holes. I'm gonna drill the other two holes now that that's in place. I recommend a very sharp drill bit for this, and a very good one, because that second wall that it goes through is pretty stout. Okay, metal shavings out of the runner here. Out of the channel, otherwise that'll just rust. I'm going with the next size drill bit bigger because that self-tapper just doled itself instantly. Now we should go right in. There it goes. I gotta tighten that with a hand screwdriver, hand screwdriver, hand screwdriver. I'll loosen those up by hand. And the reason by making it loose is so I can install the light bar and then tighten everything up once it's installed. I'm gonna just get like that, somewhere around there maybe? No, down. You tell me where it is and I'll tighten it. I like it that way, it's a little bit better. Okay, I'm not gonna go all the way tight, but I'll get it snug to where it'll hold it. And then I'll run these tight. I like that better. One. Oops, get in there. Two. Three. Okay. Okay, and then we'll go to that side. No, there we go. Two. That must, okay. Three. It's a little tight right there. But that's all I have to do. I'm going to install this weather stripping, so I got some lube here for the weather stripping, just to help in the installation. It's a type of weather stripping lube like KY jelly, some kind of lotion. Okay, we'll try that. See if that helps in the installation any. It was holding me up, it's not anymore. So obviously that bracket pushes out on it a little bit. I could get in there and trim some out with a razor blade, but I hate cutting on the weather stripping. So we'll just see how the door closes. Hopefully it doesn't push out too far on the door. If it's just a little bit, we'll see if it'll eventually over time relax that weather stripping or compress it. So you see it pushes. pushes out on the door a little bit. I'm going to let it go for a few days that way and see what it looks like. So I need to run these wires through the firewall, hook this up to the battery. This will be in the engine compartment, and then the wires will run to the light itself. This goes to the switch inside, but getting this through the firewall is kind of a hassle. So what I'm going to do is pull these terminals out. This first one I already got released. You push it in there to release the locking tab and pull the terminal out. And the locking tab is right here. I'm going to open that back up so when I put it back in, it'll just snap into place. So this red wire I'm now going to pull out of the terminal, out of the connector. Stick this tool down in there. And try to get it down in there on the, release the tab of the wire, the locking tab. And you can see the wire just pulls right out. I'm going to bend the locking tab back out so when it's time to put it back in, it just snaps in. And I'll do the same thing on this last wire here. The good thing is I don't need to worry about where they go because I'll just match them up with the connector that it plugs into with the color coded, same colors. So I'll push that in, bend the locking tab down. This one's a little tighter to get in there. Push it in there, bend the locking tab down, and it comes right out. So what I'll do is I'll tape these wires up to a pull wire, meaning I'll attach those to one piece with a wire that goes through the firewall and I'll pull it through. So I'm just going to wrap it around like this, get it tight on there, and I'm going to bend the wire this way, back around the tape. Kind of give it a tapered fit, so hopefully it'll slide right through the firewall. Okay, and then I'll take that to the truck. There's already a hole in the firewall that was used for other wires. And to make it easy, I'm going to go through that same hole. Okay, so now I got the wires run through the firewall. I just got to put them back in. You see there's white, red, and black. White, red, and black. So I'm going to put them in. So white goes into the first one. Line up the locking tab. Push it in. And that's it. It's locked in. Middle one is the red one. I'm going to take the red one, line up the locking tab with where it will lock in, and I'll bend the locking tab a little more with my pocket screwdriver that's not in my pocket. Okay, so I'll bend that locking tab because it didn't lock in. I'll push the black one in the end and hopefully it locks in. If it does, that'll be great, and then I'll just have to rebend the, yeah, that one locked in, but the red one, you see it didn't lock in, so I just got to bend that tab a little bit more. Never mind, locked in. We're good. And then I'll just, when it's all installed, I'll just plug it in and that part's done. The red one. did come out of there. There's a fuse in there. Weird. Yeah, there's a fuse in there. Okay.